Well, obviously happy with the win. Thought we played really well in stretches, executed really well in stretches. I saw a quote from Nick Saban, something he talked to his team about, was having the discipline to execute and doing your job. And I thought the first 15 minutes of the first half, I still look at it as halves. I thought we did that. Last 5 minutes of that second quarter, we didn't execute very well, lost some of our discipline. And then the same thing in the second half. I thought the third quarter, we came out, we really guarded. We got up 18. We switched defenses thinking that was going to put us in a good spot to maybe get another stop or two with them coming out of a timeout. And then we didn't execute, and they scored, made it 2, made it 3, I think. That last 5 minutes, we didn't execute very well, didn't take care of the basketball. Honestly, I thought if we turned the ball over 20 times that we wouldn't win the game. They're a team that scores a lot of points off turnovers. Luckily, I guess a lot of ours were us traveling and throwing the ball out of bounds. So with those, we could actually get back and set our defense. But our defensive effort, I thought, overall was really good. Offensively, we could have been a lot better. I say that we shot almost 50%, from the field. But when you make 23 shots and you have 23 turnovers, that's just too many. And we had 10 turnovers from our 2 seniors. That's not acceptable. They need to raise their level of play when it comes to playing with some composure and being able to handle some pressure situations. 8 turnovers between our 2 point guards. If we play like this in conference, it'll be really hard to win. If we will defend better like we did today, better than we have, I think it's the second fewest points we've given up all year. I'm happy with that part of it. When we executed offensively, we scored. When we didn't, we turned it over. So obviously Maya got in some foul trouble in the first half, and when she's on the bench, we're not the same team because she does such a good job of finishing around the rim. But we're plus 13 with her on the floor in those 27 minutes. And got some production from a few other people as well.
When they went to their zone, Maya found all kinds of holes underneath it. Is that something that she reads, or how does that work out?
Well, I mean, we worked on that and their press probably 40 minutes yesterday and probably 30 minutes on Friday. And so we tried to show them where openings would be and where Maya would be open. And I thought Kylie and Bella did a pretty good job of finding her. We kind of started executing really well against the zone, so they went back man. And I think sometimes it's just difficult when you've been against that zone, possession. Sometimes it's difficult for teams to change that mind frame back to playing against man-to-man. So that's something that we can work on. Obviously, we struggled with that today, so that's something we don't play for a week, so we've got time to work on some of that stuff, changing defenses on ourselves in practice. But that was kind of the disappointing part was we didn't handle. We have not handled playing with a lead well. We've been up in some games. I don't even want to say we relaxed, but I don't think we match our intensity level that our opponents bring after they go down.
Our girls are too nice.
Something. Maybe too nice. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think we got to be able to change gears a little bit when it comes to how teams are playing you and the ebb and flow of the game. And too many times it takes the coaches for us to have to do things and get us organized versus our players recognizing when things aren't going well and someone on the floor taking charge. We don't have that leadership. And we're working on trying to develop that with a couple of the girls. And I know some of them really want to be leaders. But I think a lot of that is we're a different team when Maya's on the floor and when Maya's not on the floor, offensively, defensively, whatever it may be. So she's got to be that catalyst. We got to be able to play her, 32 minutes a game probably and rest her right before and coming out of media timeouts and get her back in. She's got to do a better job of playing without fouling. This is 2 games in a row she's fouled out of. we ended up out rebounding them, but we were getting out rebounded at halftime. To me, that's a discipline and effort thing. But Maya played more minutes in the second half, so we out rebounded them because that's what Maya does. Obviously Kylie, I got to give Kylie Best a lot of credit. That kid, she missed practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with illness, and then practiced yesterday. Did not look entirely healthy, but she practiced enough to get to play today, and then to come out and score 16 points, have 3 assists, no turnovers, go 4-7 from the field, 4 rebounds. That was she was a big contributor. We had 4 people in double figures again. I think that's 4 out of the last 5 games or that we've had that, and it's been different people. But we got to get some consistent play from some of the young women in our program, and just be quite honest, some of them got to get a little tougher when things aren't going their way. They got to find a way to fight through that and contribute somehow, whatever that somehow might be.
Anything else? Yeah, just you mentioned the offense, kind of went through Maya, but you also had, 3 other players in double figures. Just knowing that it could be anyone on any given night. Just how big of a luxury is that for you guys as a team and for you as a coach?
Well, I think it makes us hard to scout, and I think it makes it to where we can really try to focus on what we can take advantage of. Just simple things, posting our guards up against smaller guards, facing our forwards up against bigger forwards. We can kind of manipulate and move some people around. That way we got to do a better job. I don't know, if you'd have talked to me in the summer and through the summer and the preseason and all that, I'd have told you that I thought we would be a really good 3-point shooting team, and this right now is the worst 3-point shooting team we've had since we've been at Indiana State. They don't get in the gym, so they've got to make time to get in the gym. Like, there's not enough time, in a 2-hour block of practice when you're talking about preparation and what you want to do offensively, covering what they do defensively, what you need to do defensively. I thought we did a great job, minus a few possessions, of really being locked into scouting report and how we were trying to defend them. I think we made them change how they had been playing from the last few games, which, I give our girls a lot of credit for that. But it's a good luxury to have, but we got to get some people knocking some threes down. You got to be, it sounds cliche-ish. I don't know which coach. I don't know who said it. Probably somebody said it. Maybe Deion Sanders. I don't know if I want to quote him or not, but he's talking about being in love with the game. Like, you got to be in love with the game to be here and be successful. Like, you've got to be in the gym 30, 40 minutes extra in the morning, getting shots up. There's enough coaches and me with keys to get them in the gym and let them get shot. We got 2 shooting machines in the arena. They can get in there and get 500 shots up in probably 30 minutes or less. But we don't have that. So that's where we've got to make sure we're encouraging them to get in and do those things. And even though it's finals week and whatever, like they're going to have extra time. They're going to need study breaks. Those study breaks need to be in the gym getting shots up, because we can't go 2 for 14 from a 3-point line in the Valley and win. Like, you're not going to do that. And this year, everybody's scoring points. I don't know if 65 points is enough to win. But again, I'm really proud of our girls, because we had a lot of illness this week. I don't think up until yesterday we didn't have a practice where everybody was in practice. So the fact that we were able to fight through some of that sickness and everything and be able to get a win is nice. Like I said, Kylie stepped up big time. Asia Donald comes off the bench and really did a good job of scoring. But we got to solidify that point guard, that backup point guard position. She did a really good job early and then started turning the ball over. But the kid can score, so she finds a way to do that. She's obviously will keep putting points on the board.